Welcome into another high school preview show. It looks to be our last one of the year. And we got Coach Dawson at Aiken. What's going on, Coach?
Not much, brother. I appreciate you having me on, man.
I appreciate you hopping on and kind of capping this high school preview show off for us. And we'll kind of hop right in here to it. Coach, let's talk about last year a little bit. I know you'd kind of said there were some struggles last year, but what was the journey like last year?
Tell you, well, it's year one for me too. So it was a lot of newness and a lot of new things implementing and culture shifting a little bit and expectations too. It was the first group. It's first year me being the head guy, but it's the first group that also I had as freshman as an assistant coach because I was an assistant before I got the head job. So it was kind of cool to cap off their 4-year journey too and be able to be a part of that. Unfortunately, didn't obviously finish the way we wanted it to, but definitely some bright spots scattered out throughout the year. We went 9-13 overall, 5-7 in the region. Lost a couple ones that I feel like we probably should have definitely taken, and we're at the end of the day 1 win away from potentially being the second place team in the region. Instead we dropped to the fourth. And drop some against a solid Middle Valley team, and we're 1 win away from sweeping a really good North Augusta team. So obviously Casey and the boys at Airport took care of us, but there were some games there that I think we really had and kind of gave away. But we did have some good spots. Like I said, we took 2 or 3 from a really good North Augusta team, a really talented team, and that was kind of the turning point for us. Like, okay, this team's capable of it, and kind of got on a little bit of a roll after that. Played some really good quality non-region opponents. Played Strom Thurmond really well last year. They made a great run. Batesburg Leesville, another great team. We played them pretty well last year. And like I said, we're 1 or 2 wins for sure away from being able to host a playoff game. So that was, just that close to it, but, it is what it is, kind of ended there. We also played and swept at the very end of the year, South Aiken, and it was a good team too. So, like I said, some good things. We went to Easley for first round of playoffs, and they were a really good team, top to bottom, pitched the ball really well. We were 2 blown bunt coverages away from beating them. I think Coach Payne would probably tell you that we weren't really the team that they expected to roll in and play them round one, but we gave them a really good game, and we were a few mistakes away from winning that one too. And same kind of thing with Greer. Played them really well, good ball club, and just were 1 or 2 mistakes away from capping it off in a 1-run game there too. So, it's obviously not the finish that we wanted, but it shows how close we are, I think, to really starting to turn the chapter and getting on the map, I guess, as a program, that hasn't historically really been on the map. So, lots of good things moving forward into this year for sure.
Yeah, no doubt. And as you kind of get your feet under you for this year, you've already had a scrimmage. What are some of those top returning guys to this year's roster?
I got to start with Cole Harmon, I'd say. I know you guys have written a few things about Cole, and he's a guy that obviously has got the stuff, man. He's been up to 88 this fall and sitting, 85, 86. And I don't even think the fastball is his best pitch. I think his slider's electric. And vice versa, swinging the bat. I think he's got more juice or just as much juice as anybody in the area. It's just, can he put it all together? So he's definitely one that we're looking forward to. Hunter Rary is a guy that's kind of gone under the radar. He started last year late. He's another junior and had some arm trouble. So he started late, but man, once he got in the lineup, dude had just unbelievable numbers. And I think he got hurt in the very first game against South Aiken, dislocated his knee, obviously ended the season for him. But dude was hitting like 380 something before he came out, and our leadoff guy, and really solidified himself. So he's back and starting to return to form, and we're excited what he can do. We had 2 other freshmen last year, sophomores this year, that were mainstays in the lineup the whole entire year, and that was Tanner Paget. 300 as a freshman, or right around 300 as a freshman, and really played a lot of second last year, but he's kind of making the move behind the dish this year. Also QB1 on the football team, so big leader for us, even though he is a sophomore. And then Aiden Morris is another one. He played left a lot last year, a bunch in the outfield, and This year he's playing some first, and he's still getting some reps in the outfield too. But this dude's really starting to click at the plate, and I think he's going to be kind of the centerpiece in our lineup if I had to bet. So he had a really good showing in our first scrimmage last week. So hopefully he can kind of build on that and kind of be the dude that solidifies it in the middle.
Coach, sounds like you got some good core group coming back there with returning wise. But as we move to newcomers here, guys that may have transferred in, or guys that were youngins last year that kind of have to step up into a bigger role this year.
Yeah, man. We we had, I think at the end of the year, 5 freshmen starting. So, it's a good thing, I think. Those guys are no longer freshmen, and not only are they no longer freshmen, but they're guys with experience under their belt. But that sophomore class we have is huge. We've got, I think, 8 of them, and I think they're all going to pretty much be in the lineup almost every day. First one's Gray Kitchings, big football guy, mainly linebacker, and he's all over the field for us. But he's a big kid. He's not only the biggest kid, but he's also one of the fastest we got. Swings it from the left side, plays in the outfield. He could be a big part of our offensive scheme this year for sure. So hopefully he kind of steps into a big role in the middle too. Tyler Tyndall, third baseman. He's pitching some more for us this year too. He played a lot last year as a freshman. Has really taken the weight room well and starting to put on some muscle, and balls are starting to pop off his bat, and defense is his thing too, man. So he'll be a big one. We got Cullen Haltwanger, also another sophomore. He's looked really good on the bump and swinging the bat. Kind of a utility guy, honestly. He'll probably bounce in the infield, some in the outfield, maybe even get a couple reps behind the plate. But as long as he's swinging that bat, man, he's going to be in the lineup. Then we got sophomore Hunter Dennis too. Really athletic kid, twitchy kid, middle infielder. And, he was a guy last year. He's a JV guy for the most part of the year last year, but the dude hit 400 on JV, and he ain't slowing down so far. So he's going to be a big piece for us too. And then lastly, I know I'm rattling off a lot here, but we got 2 freshmen too, man, that are basketball guys right now. And one of them y'all have written up several times too, Jones Wilhite. He's a transfer in from Midland Valley, and we're really excited about him. Obviously, he passes the eye test. If you know anything about him, he's 6'3", 6'4". I mean, golly, man, he's we're really excited. Obviously, I think anybody'd be crazy not to. So he's gonna have an opportunity to definitely earn a spot on the bump for us, and shooting the way I've seen him swing the bat a little bit I have over the fall, it's good too. So he'll definitely have an opportunity. And then the last guy, Luke Warren, also a freshman guy, not the biggest of the bunch, man, but dude can absolutely pick it at short. And I think he's gonna work his way into the lineup some way somehow, because he's just that Energizer bunny, man. He's got it. And I think even though he's a freshman, he's a guy that anybody would trust out there behind him at short. So looking forward to a lot of those underclassmen kind of stepping up and being big parts this year.
Yeah, no doubt. You talk about Jonesy. He definitely looks the part. We've seen him a good bit, so I know you're excited about those younger kids as well.
Absolutely.
Coach, you talked about it. You were close last year. You were 1 runs away here and there. What are some expectations moving into this year?
Yeah, man. I think for us, it's really just competing for a region championship. I think 4A baseball is definitely still, absolutely loaded. But this new region we got, dude, holy cow. It's going to be tough, week in and week out, to compete for it. But I think it's crazy that if the guy or the team that comes out on top in this region is not the favorite, or at least one of the favorites to win the state championship. So, for us right now, it's keeping it simple, keeping it one game at a time, and finding a way to win each night. And at the end of the year, we come out at the top of that region championship run, then I think we got a great shot to continue it. So just keeping it one at a time, trying to win in and out, and just taking that region championship. That's our goals, and that's our expectation. I think we can do it now, no matter how young we are.
And I think that region you talk about, but that area you're in, a lot of people don't know it. A lot of talent down in that area, in that Aiken, Augusta area. It's kind of overlooked at times. And I know we're excited to get down there and see you guys. Appreciate you hopping on here to break down your guys.
Absolutely, man. Yeah, I think this area, like you said, obviously Columbia is a big spot, and I think it goes unnoticed sometimes. We've got 4A schools within a 10, 15-mile radius right here. So there's a lot of baseball and a lot of good baseball just in this area. And that's not to mention the smaller schools that are around too that are playing good ball too. So, it's a good area and good things are happening in our area, and it's exciting for everybody. So I'm looking forward to seeing how it shakes out for us.
Coach, I appreciate you hopping on, and we wish you guys the best of luck this coming year.
Absolutely, man. I appreciate you having me, and thank you guys for all you're doing. And it's I can't imagine getting recruited this day and age, and the things that have changed, obviously. So what you guys are doing for all of our guys and everywhere in the state and shoot across the country, man, it's huge for high school baseball, and we really appreciate all you guys are doing.
We appreciate that.